What's going on, guys? Victor here. Check this out. Right behind me is this huge rock structure. We're about 40 miles offshore out of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, fishing with our really good friend Jamie, who runs an amazing fishing lodge down here in Mexico called High Tides Fishing. This is actually our third day fishing with him, and the game plan for today is to troll some really big baits. So all around this rock structure, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, there's these bait fish called bonita, which a lot of people would consider just to take home for food, but we're actually using them as bait. So there are these little tuna, anywhere from like this big to this big. We're gonna slow troll these things all around this rock, and there's a bunch of these underwater structures out here. And this time of year, there's a lot of marlin swimming through the area, big yellowfin tuna, Cubera snapper, big dolphin, both blue and black marlin, sailfish. And that's the great thing about this fishery, is you really never know what you're gonna get, but you know it's gonna be big. Because anything eating a 5-pound bonita about that big on top, one of the most exciting, craziest bites of your life. So if you guys come back here, let me introduce you to Jamie.
Sí, señor. Could not ask for any better condition. The ocean is calm, just a little chop on the surface, which makes it even better. We caught bait in 2 minutes, and we're doing our thing here.
All right, guys, we got our first baits on of the day, and they're gonna be 2 nice big bonitas, or as Jamie calls them, bonitos. The last time we were out here, we were trying real hard for a marlin. We did not catch one, but there's still plenty around, and we did get a big, fat yellowfin tuna, a big Mexican tuna, which was delicious. Oh yeah, look at that. See, that's the size we want. When you troll those bigger ones, it really eliminates a lot of the smaller bycatch you can get, like rainbow runners and things and jacks. Those marlin want a big, juicy bonita. Oh yeah, that's picture perfect. We normally troll 3 baits, so we're gonna put 2 in the tube, and then we're gonna have 1 fresh. Gonna send it straight out and have a 3 bait spread. Put 2 on the outriggers and 1 just back behind the boat. Keep this one in the water for Jamie.
Well, bait took 2 minutes this morning, not even.
So now Jamie's gonna bridle this bonita, especially with the circle hook. It's important so that hook's maximally exposed, and it doesn't put a lot of stress on the bait, because all they're being held by is that string. Instead of putting a giant thick wire hook through them, they swim better, they swim freely. Just the best thing you can do when trolling for marlin.
We got lots of tuna action going on. They're jumping all around the boat. We got some jumping in front of the boat. We got some jumping behind the boat. The baits are freaking out. The ones that we see jumping out of the water are not big enough to eat our baits, but we are looking for the one that will eat the bait. That is a much bigger one. These are probably like 40-pounders that are jumping out of the water right now, but a lot of action going on.
The way we've been catching baits this whole trip, Jamie just takes the hook off of a big Rapala, which probably gets down like 20-30 feet. We just troll these little squid skirts, and they work amazing. We caught rainbow runners on them, bonitas, blue runners. Yesterday even hooked a lot of jacks just on these little guys right here. 2 hooks, and a lot of times we'll get 2 bonitas on at once, which makes life a lot easier. It's cool little squid skirts. You guys, there's a lot of life in this area. Bait, tunas, a lot of dolphin around, a lot of predators just looking for that marlin. Brooke made a good point. These dolphin are way smaller than any of the dolphin we've ever seen. They all look like babies. We're slow trolling all around La Cuervatena, this rock. And occasionally our bonitas will just go crazy. They see something they don't like. We just went through a big school of dolphin, which I'm sure they're scared of because dolphin can eat them. So occasionally they'll just rip drag and you think you're getting a bite, but then when you feel it and actually hold it, it's just the bonita who got spooked, which is a good sign though. I would rather them be getting spooked all day, which means, you know, there's a lot of predators in the area. They're constantly popping out of the outrigger clips because you don't want to have too much tension, otherwise it will never pop. A lot of life, we're just looking for that one right bite. We trolled those baits for like 2.5 hours, and they were still pretty lively, but we're just gonna go ahead and freshen up because they're so abundant out here. And right as we were taking our baits off, we saw a giant marlin jumping in the distance. So we're gonna get fresh baits out and kind of head towards that area where we saw it jump.
ready yet?
Uh-huh.
Bonito again.
But
Okay,
there's
now it's a fish. Go, 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 go. Who's getting it?
Victor.
What?
I need someone here.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll reel it out. You reel this, Brooke.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright guys, well we are hooked up to what we think is probably a tuna.
That ate a bait this big right here.
It hasn't really ran much. There were like no boats out here, and now there's a few boats. We've heard a few reports of people hooking up to marlin, but no one catching any yet today. Today's Tuesday. On Sunday there were so many boats out here, so it's a big difference from what it was like on Sunday. But it is absolutely beautiful out here. We went surfing the last 2 days in a row, and I casted earlier a couple times and I was like, man, my arms are so sore, and now I'm really feeling it. My lats and my shoulders are definitely sore from 2 days of surfing, but it was the most incredible surfing I've ever had. We came here a year ago and I wasn't very good back then, so I got a little better since then, and it was so much fun. We didn't fish the last 2 days because it was a little bit rough, and today it's real nice. So there are some guys that are staying at the Hacienda who actually came here because they saw our videos fishing with high tides, and they hooked up to a tuna yesterday and fought it for 4 hours. And unfortunately, it broke after 4 hours of fighting it. Well, we were fishing lighter drag at first, thinking that it might have been a tuna, but it's not. It's a big old Jack Crevalle.
Come on, Mr. Jack.
He's a big one.
Yeah, he's big enough to eat a bonita, huh? Pretty crazy.
Well, not my tuna yet, but big old Jack Crevalle. Look at that thing.
I'll save you from getting slimy.
Thank you, Vic.
How about that?
We're gonna let this guy go.
Can I let him go?
Yeah, go
You want
ahead.
to give him a kiss? So we're just continuing to troll, just looking for any signs of life. And one thing I can't stress enough is having a good pair of sunglasses. So for the past 2 years, I've been rocking these Waterfall. I like the Milliken with the blue glass lens. And I cannot tell you guys how much I love this company. They're a huge supporter of the channel, and they make some of the baddest sunglasses on the market. Men's, women's, children's, prescriptions. I even got Dennis some as a little gift. He's got some prescription sunglasses. He approves. Brookie's got a pair. She's looking ever so beautiful in her women's pair right there. And I'm telling you, I've rocked so many different brands in the past. Costa, Smiths, nothing compares to these. By far the best pair of sunglasses I've ever put on my head. It's a company run by fishermen, for fishermen. You guys can actually save 15% off your pair of water lens. Use my code LANDSHARK. I'll have the link below. Also, you can go to waterlandco.com. Christmas is coming up. Holidays are coming up. If you want to get someone a gift, highly suggest you guys check them out.
Question I'm asking you.
Yeah, I think next time I gotta bring, I always bring Jamie knives. I gotta bring him a pair of sunglasses, and Gabriel. Oh yeah, it was a bite. Jamie, he has it, he has it. Go, go, go. Come on, jump, jump, jump. Big bite. I grabbed the rod, and we got back-to-back bites, and I felt just like this massive head shake of whatever ate this bonita. Hasn't jumped yet, so I think it'll probably be a tuna.
We were about to say that it's time to go home, and this rod just went off. The second we were about to say that we should probably head to the dock, so this will be interesting.
Just get rid of it.
As long as it takes less than 4 hours like the guys from yesterday. I was talking about being sore before this fight. I'm definitely going to be sore after this fight.
Now it's just dumped.
Oh my god!
More pressure. I put more.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm just hooked up to a big tuna. This thing hasn't stopped running yet. Oh my.
Oh!
I just pulled.
Oh, it's broke, I think.
That was a
Either
big fish.
pulled or something broke. That was a big fish. That was definitely a big fish.
Yeah.
He barely stopped. Your big fish the other day, like, didn't really realize he was hooked till he got close to the boat. This thing, no, he was just not stopping. That was crazy.
You
But
want me to do it,
hey,
Jamie?
that's fishing.
Gabriel, what are you making over here?
Sashimi. It's time to sashimi.
So earlier we caught something that back at home we call a bonito, and here they call a bonita, and we flop both of those together. But it's also, I think, known as a white tuna. It looks a lot like a bonita, well, what we've been using as bait all day long, except for it's got these crazy teeth, and the meat is completely different looking compared to the bonita is what we would call it. The meat of the bonita is a lot redder, and this stuff is a lot lighter, so that's why they call it a white tuna. But he's gonna make a little snack for us here on the boat, and the meat looks absolutely delicious. I'm excited to try this. We've had it back at home a couple times, but anything fresh right on the boat, I mean, you can't beat that. It's gonna be the best right now.
No tostada for me. So Brooke's gonna have it with a tostada. I'm just gonna have a little fish. Some onion. Jamie was saying that he really likes this fish more than yellowfin tuna. And I think these guys often get a bad rap. They don't get as big. They're not as cool looking. But in terms of flavor, they're great. The white tuna, or bonito as they call it, it's got a really good fat content. It's really rich, so it's super tender. The yellowfin is a little bit more firm, but this, with just a little lime juice, some soy sauce, the fish really speaks for itself. It's delicious.
I'm gonna have mine like this on a chip.
Chips.
Victor was saying if you leave it in that lime juice long enough, it's technically like a ceviche, but he just whipped it up just now.
Vergazo, compa? No mames. ¿Me fue a la verga?
We're on. Yeah, we're on. Big head shake. Good head shake. Oh, was that our fish jumping way back there?
No, tuna. I know if I got my canned tuna out, maybe that's the way to go. Canned tuna, hook up right away. Big head shake.
Yeah.
Easy head shake.
Yeah.
These big head shakes are very, oh, you can see it again, very intense, and they don't look like tuna head shake. They look more like a billfish.
We've had a lot of action today. In terms of all the days we fished here, this is like our fourth really good bite. The last fish we had, we brought in the bonita, and it was speared like right down the middle from either a sailfish or a marlin. Still seeing a ton of tuna in the area, a lot of life. Oh, so the last time we were here, we harvested a big Pacific sailfish and it was amazing. We grilled some and we also had some raw because it's a pretty lean meat. But sailfish makes amazing ceviche, sashimi, crudo style.
One of the cool thing always, I fish here 20 days a month and you can still get a surprise any day.
Big head shakes, really. Want it to shoot to the surface and it'd be a 300-pound marlin. So when you first hook these tuna, they kind of stay up top. They don't really know they're hooked. The real fight starts when they're straight up and down. When we pull up this thing right here, it's a wrap. And you can really use the leverage of your body and the boat bouncing every time the boat goes down and then comes up. I'm able to get a few cranks. But these fish are just so incredibly powerful. Even when they're not trying to take line, just how heavy they are and just a little bit of tail beat, they're able to pull drag off of the reel. But if you guys have ever fought a tuna, you know how painful it can be. These things, not sponsored, Jamie just has one on his boat. They are amazing at fighting big fish. You can take all the stress off your lower back. You see I'm upright. You just got a little bit of discomfort in your armpit. Grab the hand with your left hand right here on the reel, and you can really just use the maximum leverage to get your fish up. I see color. The end game of a tuna. Woo!
You're under the boat, pretty bad.
We just saw the fish down there maybe 20-30 feet and it is good looking. It looks like a big old yellowfin.
I need you guys to do a huge favor for us to be able to land this fish right now. If you don't do this one thing, we're not going to land it. You got to subscribe to the channel so that way you guys get notified every single time we post a video.
Make sure you go follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube as High Tides Fishing.
Probably one more wrap and this big baby will be in the boat. Big, beautiful yellowfin. No matter how many of these I catch, I always tell you guys about how much I appreciate fish colors and their anatomy. The coolest sight on these guys is those big yellow sickles, which a lot of fish don't have, and you see them 20-30 feet under the boat. You can taste that sweet taste of victory. On this turn, you always try to gaff them when they turn, just like this. I'll try to bring it close to the boat for the gaff. Beautiful, nice job. High tides, let's go!
How about that?
How about that? Woo! Good job, Gabriel.
Thank you.
Jamie, I gotta tell you something.
What?
I think me and you are weak because Gabriel pulled that fish in all by
All
himself.
by himself, and it is big. Yeah, Gabriel's 20 years old.
Woohoo! You guys can see how powerful they are. Look at him just slapping that tail on the boat.
Fish. Thank you, Victor.
Good job.
Thank you. He's thanking me. I gotta be thanking him. Fish of a lifetime again. When I think of Mexico, I think of marlin, I think of roosterfish, I think of Cuberas, but you can't forget about yellowfin tuna. And we were so blessed this year. You know, we've fished with Jamie so many times, but there's so many tuna around. We're not even targeting tuna right now. If we were actually targeting tuna, it'd be a whole different ballgame. This is bycatch for our marlin fishing, which is incredible that you have such a strong and healthy fishery that this is something like a bycatch, which I'm not complaining about. Gorgeous fish. It's going to feed so many people at the lodge. And what I like is we get to enjoy it fresh and share it with all the people who are here. But Jamie and the people at the hacienda, they do such a good job at preserving the fish. They vacuum seal it, so that way everybody who gets to come here is always getting fresh fish when they come here.
Gabriel is really, really good at gaffing fish. Look at that gaff shot. The last one in the head, this one perfectly in the head. Perfect gaff shots.
¿Salió carnada?
Top loin, bottom loin, great job. With the Dexter, of course, you guys can save 20% off all Dexter knives. Every time I come to Mexico, I make sure to bring them some fresh knives, because they process a lot of fish and a lot of big fish, and it really wears down on the knives.
That's all we've been using. Vic has been bringing knives for a couple of years now, and he brings a couple, so it lasts for us the entire year. But the last couple months of the year, we're ready for him to come back.
You see how I trick my way into coming here every year? I tell Jamie, I'll bring you some fresh knives.
Sí, me avisan.
Ahí la lleva ya. Dele.
This is literally deja vu from yesterday.
Big fish! Get more of the run. This is a giant right here. We haven't had a fish pull this much drag.
How about that? How about that?
Woo! This is crazy!
That's a monster.
Thank you.
That's a big dog.
How about that, Jamie? How about that? Let's go. The tuna fishing is on fire. Yesterday, Brooke got her heart broken. We lost a big fish. She's gonna get an even bigger one right now.
Literally like the same time as yesterday, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What did this one eat?
Big bonito with 200-pound leader and a giant J-hook.
Oh yeah, you already said that, sorry.
We've been working hard all day. These guys make it easy for us. They're patient. They know how the game works, and hopefully we can get that one.
So on this trip, we really put all of our eggs in one basket. We really wanted to catch some big fish this trip. We wanted to fish those big baits to catch big marlin or these big tunas that could eat these big baits. We've been to Mexico, I think this is our 4th time now, and there are a ton of different species that you can catch here throughout the year if you guys want to come fishing with high tides fishing. Jamie, you want to tell them everything about what they can catch?
Here we can catch everything from black and blue marlin, Cubera snapper, dorados, a lot of rooster fish. We get some bottom fishing in the winter. Fishing never stops year round. If you want to book an all-inclusive package, we take care of literally everything: your transport, food, alcohol, and more than everything, your fishing.
Like I said, putting all our eggs into one basket. There were tunas jumping around us all day, every day that we've been out here. Smaller, like between 30, 60 pound fish all day long. So if you wanted to catch those smaller ones, you definitely could. But big baits for big fish, baby.
You're kidding. What the heck?
There's no way.
He was just taking line, wasn't he? Look at how much your line's scoping. You have a fish on, Brooke. No. What the heck?
What? How did that happen?
Sí, era un marlin, un pequeño.
Selfish or marlin?
Sorry, Brooke. Sorry, Brooke.
That's
Poor girl.
embarrassing.
You had it on for a while. Brooke has had some bad luck. Unfortunately, the two good fish she fought on this trip ended up just pulling hook, which is crazy. That fish took so much line, and it's hard to imagine that a hook pulls out of a fish with that much tension. That hook should be buried in there, but I don't know. Brooke, don't be sad. I feel bad for Brooke. She's a trooper. She's my dream girl. She's out here in the hot Mexican sun for 4 days. She got to watch me pull on a bunch of fish. She just sits here happy, asks anyone if they want anything. And that's why I love her. She's just a good soul.
We obviously wanted Victor to catch the marlin for this video. So that last tuna that you caught, he was like halfway through once he realized it was a tuna. He was like, Brooke, why don't you reel it in? And I'm like, I'm not fighting your fish after you already caught it halfway. It's not fighting catching a fish.
She's a real sportswoman. She wants her own fish for herself.
So that just means that we have to come back next time for me to get my big tuna.
Yep, we will. So we're gonna head back. It's like 5 o'clock. We got an hour and a half run, and we'll see you guys at the hacienda. I got some creative things going in my mind for that tuna, so we can make it for everyone and have it a big family style tuna sashimi. So we'll see you guys there. Come on, Jamie. Do it.
Our mission was a marlin. Brooke was telling me she don't want me to be sad, and I told her I'm not sad. I've been catching many fish, but what it's all about is having people you love close to you, and making new adventure, making new memories. And for me, these days are always special. Thank you guys very much for coming and sharing this experience with me. Thank you.
Very nice. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
I think we made it. This is why I love coming to see Jamie and Olga in Puerto Vallarta. This is beautiful. This was a nice 30-minute hike from the hacienda. Absolutely gorgeous. This little waterfall right here. Get some exercise in, get some cardio in. And this water's cold. This is all that rain fed. It feels so good. It's refreshing.
So nice. The water feels so good.
We're in the thick of it. Woo! Welcome to Mexico! Alright guys, we are in the waterfall. Check this out.
Check out these fish.
Okay, so we're at the hacienda. I'm going to be making a little tuna crudo for an appetizer. Chef is making the main course.
Yes.
Making his life a little bit easier. Hopefully not encroaching on his kitchen, but look at this. That is the tuna we caught right there. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. See those big, thick flakes? It's going to make for some really delicious crudo. So all crudo is raw fish, some type of sauce, vinaigrette, puree, whatever you want, vegetables. So what I'm going to do is I kind of want to envision how big I want my tuna pieces. So I'm going to cut it right down the middle, and then I'm going to make slices because I don't want too big of pieces. We're going to go right here and we're going to slice against the grain, and I want nice little cubes like that. for our crudo. Not too thick, not too thin, just something really enjoyable. Kind of like one bite pieces. You don't want to overwhelm someone with too much fish. And I cannot stress to you guys enough how amazing the food here has been. I have not had one bad meal. And it's not just fish. They make beef, they make chicken. We had a delicious tortilla soup the other day. Chef made a big tomahawk the other night. You can also request things, which I really like. And the drinks, I know Dennis has had some killer margaritas. I have a little mineral water with some tequila, kind of like a play on a margarita. Just a good time here. Okay, so for our crudo, we're gonna go down with a little base of some radish. And what I like about this dish, it's just gonna have a lot of different colors and it's just gonna pop. Radish is wonderful to work with. It's got a very neutral profile, but it's got like a good crisp freshness about it, which I really like. So we got our radish down, and we're just gonna lay our tuna right on top. Okay, we're gonna go down with a little red onion right on top. That's the fun thing about crudos, the sky's the limit. You wanna go Asian, do some soy, sesame oil, some ponzu, whatever you want. You wanna go Italian like I'm going, olive oil, capers, lemon. We got some Italian microgreens gonna go in. A lot of different flavor profiles. You could go with coconut milk, all different types of fruits you can go in with. Okay, we're gonna add a little sweetness, just some little mandarin slices. You can already see all that color pop. We're gonna get some sweet flavors in there, tangy. We're gonna get some olive oil in there. So we're just going in with some chunks of mandarin. I love fruit with tuna. Papaya, mango. Could use so many different combinations. Now capers, love working with capers. They're super tangy, acidic, and it's gonna pair really well with this crudo. Now we're gonna hit it with some olive oil. And I wanna get some lime flavor in there as well, but I don't want all the acidity, so I'm gonna go in with some lime zest. Looks super pretty, and you get really good flavor. We're just gonna do a little pinch of salt on each one. Okay, and we're gonna finish it off. We got some Italian microgreens right here. Real beautiful garnish. And I decided I want to do a little squeeze of lime juice on each one. Get a little bit of more acidity in there. Okay, so we got our tuna crudo. We got radish. We got our tuna, some mandarins, capers, a little drizzle of olive oil, some Italian microgreens, lime zest, a little pinch of salt. You got sweet, you got tangy, you got the crispness of onion, you got a lot of different flavors going on. I think it's gonna be really good. I almost forgot I wanted to add a little bit of heat, so just some sliced serrano peppers, just a little bit. Everything is spicier in Mexico, so these are probably spicier than what we have back home. First bite, let's go. Want a little bit of everything. I got some caper in there, some onion, some mandarin. It's such a good balance of flavors. Capers are acidic, you get the mandarin, it's sweet, you get a little bit of kick from the serrano. Tuna just melts in your mouth. That radish is nice and crispy.
I have one complaint to the chef. I have no peppers on my plate.
Oh, I forgot you.
Honestly, I don't really like hot, so hopefully, I don't know if they were hot or not. So
They are.
Are they?
Let me
So,
tell you just that one. They're pretty hot.
so thank you. Yeah, that mix. I don't think Victor's ever done the oranges with the capers before, and I was like, oh, interesting combination. But they go so well together. It's very delicious, and you can't beat fresh fish that you just caught yesterday. But it's very delicious. Good job.
Thank you.
Me personally, obviously this is amazingly good, but what I'm very happy about is Vic finally cooked for me, because he's been coming for many years, and I think he thinks we have such good chef he doesn't want to cook, but I'm very happy he cooked for me. and it is very good.
It's way different than anything I've ever had, but it's really good. Like he was saying, all the combination of flavors, it just goes really well together.
I'm gonna tell you what, this has been one of the best experiences. Vic cooking for us. This meal is so delicious. It's the serranos, everything's just amazing. Come down here and check these guys out. Follow Vic, and it's just a great experience for us, one in a lifetime.
So you guys heard us say that Kevin and Chuck, they've been here the whole week that we have, and they hooked a tuna that they fought for 4 hours. They even saw it. Absolute monster, probably 200, 250 pounds. Unfortunately, they lost it, but they've had an amazing time too. Caught some big tunas. They're going out with Jamie tomorrow. And of course, the day we leave, today, some people went out. Tons of marlin, tons of sailfish, so I'm wishing these guys luck that they get some tomorrow. I hope you guys put a marlin in the boat. Dennis, this pepper is so spicy. I didn't even touch my nose. My nose is burning just from smelling it.
Is it?
Be thankful that you don't have it on your plate.
Wow. I'm happy though.
Just try.
Enrique.
There you go.
Yo te pedí las.
Wow. Wow.
Hey. Be nice.
Guys, look at this. I almost regret getting this, but I don't because I know it's going to be amazing. So, like I said, you can get whatever you want here for dinner. They usually have two options. The boys and Olga, they got some seared tuna and some mashed potatoes, a little green on top. Brooke, Dennis, and I, we got some beef, broccoli, some mashed potatoes, and gravy. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. You come home from a hard day of fishing, and this is waiting for you every single day you come here. So we're about to dig in, and I cannot thank you guys enough for watching this video, and I can't thank Jamie and Olga enough, Enrique, everybody here. They work so hard. You guys see Chuck and Kevin. They had an amazing time. They're subscribers, and they came here because of these videos, and I hope you guys do the same. It is an amazing experience. You get to surf, fish. They went ATVing today. You could explore downtown. It's so much more than just fishing if you want it to be. You could go snorkeling. So check them out. I'm going to have all of High Tides fishing information linked below.
So listen, guys, we came down here from North Carolina. Came down here with Victor. Got here from Victor with Jamie. He's been down here all week. He's a great dude. He cooks, he fishes, he does everything the way it's supposed to be. We're going out with Jamie tomorrow. Hacienda is, Puerto Vallarta has been one of the best places we could probably ever experience for our first time coming down here.
I've said this at the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. This is always one of our favorite trips to come on, and it's always just a great experience. So yeah.
Oh, I want to say something. We like this place so much. Brooke and I did a co-ed bachelorette trip. We got 15 of our best friends to come here, our groomsmen, our bridesmaids. And we had an amazing time here. It's also a great place to do a bachelor or bachelorette trip. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers to an epic trip. Thank you, as always, Jamie.
Cheers
Olga.
to Jamie and Olga and High Tides.
Cheers.